An update on the Sandy Neck ORV closure, Harbor Hotel plans, and a trip to the blood drive. It's Tuesday, June 11th, 2013. This is Barnstable Today. Friday night at 11 p.m., Sandy Neck Beach closed to off-road travel due to a piping plover nest that hatched. Sandy Neck Beach Park Manager Nina Coleman updated the Sandy Neck board at last night's meeting.
At this point, nest number 14 is the nest that's holding the beach closed. It has hatched. It is pretty close to access trail. And the birds haven't moved yet.
Coleman says a beach closure is very challenging for the public as well as for beach staff.
I think what happens is, it's like, oh, they closed it, that's great for them. They don't, they're just hanging out. It's not that case at all. It's extremely difficult for us when we close a beach, And this is only the second time I've had to do a complete closure in the 10 years that I've run Sandy Neck. In 2007, we closed the beach for the month of June, and I opened it right before the 4th of July. So it's only the second time we've had to go through this.
The worst case scenario has the beach closed for a month. Once the chicks fledge, staff will reopen the beach to off-road traffic. The planning board heard an updated version of a proposed 4-story hotel on Hyannis Harbor. Attorney Michael Ford presented before the board last night.
You can now see that none of the rooftop amenities are there. That's looking at it from Baxter's across the harbor. Just kinds of put it in perspective of the buildings that exist on Bismore Park. You can see the Anglers Club to the left of it. And you can see that the benefit in having it be a single story, move back the entire building, but single story, 32 feet back, and then the 4-story starting 50 feet back, is that we've been able to preserve views, to the extent they exist, of the Anglers Club building out across over towards the harbor. And again, pushing the entire building back, getting it off of Ocean Street so it's not up front and imposing. That area of 32 feet is landscaped, and we feel we have some nice touch with stone walls in there. The stone wall work would match the existing stone wall work, which the applicants did when they improved the Hyannis Harbor Hotel when they purchased it 15 years ago, and they've made a number of improvements since that time and brought it up to the level that it is today.
The 4-story hotel would sit adjacent to the Hyannis Harbor Hotel on Ocean Street. The planning board will again take up the matter on July 22nd. I caught up with Cape Cod Healthcare Blood Bank Manager Constance Patton at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center last week. Cape Cod Healthcare is working to increase its local blood supply, and the HYCC hosted a blood drive last Tuesday. I talked with Constance about the need for local blood and the effort to raise awareness. I'm Sarah Colvin, and we are here in the Shepley Community Room at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. It looks kind of like a healthcare institution today because there is a blood drive going on. I'm here with Joe Izzo, General Manager of the HYCC. And Joe, you're about to give up some of your blood.
I sure am. Yeah, we're thrilled to have Cape Cod Healthcare here and set up a blood drive in the Shepley Community Room. And yeah, this is awesome. This is great.
And we're going to talk with some of the people from Cape Cod Healthcare a little bit later, but this really kind of showcases the wide variety of things that can be done here at the HYCC. I've seen the Shepley Room alone transformed into a million different things, from an ice cream social to a meeting space to a blood drive. So I think, that's we can talk a little bit about that, how many multiple uses there are for this room.
Yeah, even I'd say even over the course of the last couple of weeks, we have homework helping here in the afternoon. We have organizations that come in and do their meetings. Cape Cod Baseball League does meetings in here every single month. Barnstable Youth Hockey, Top Shelf Hockey does stuff in here. We do birthday parties. We had birthday parties over the weekend in here. We'll do the blood drive here today, obviously, and next week we'll do an auction company comes in and we'll do some appraisals. So the room is really utilized in many different ways, and it's really great to see. And it brings so many different people into the building, into the HYCC, folks who don't play hockey or don't play pickleball or some of that other fun stuff. So it really showcases this building for the community.
Absolutely, and I think it's an important thing to be able to host a blood drive here, because I know that the Cape Cod Healthcare's blood drives, all the blood stays right here on Cape Cod.
Absolutely, yeah, it goes, and like the tagline, I mean, you never know, the life you're saving could be your neighbor or your friend or your family, so yeah, it's hugely important, and these are the kinds of things that we really want to be about here at the HYCC.
Great. Have you given blood before, Joe?
Yes, many, many times, yes.
That's good, so you're not scared at all?
No, and today I can say, yeah, I gave it the office, right?
Absolutely. You don't really have to go too far at all. So words of encouragement for anybody else who may have not be a veteran blood giver such as yourself.
Well, all the folks here are awesome, and they make it very easy, and yeah, it's not hard. All you have to do is just sit down, they'll do all the work, and then afterwards you get some nice treats and a t-shirt. So yeah, I encourage everybody to do it. Yeah, it's definitely worthwhile, and it's a great thing to do.
Great. Well, Joe, good to see you here at the HYCC. I will let you go and have a needle stuck in your arm. Have fun with that. And we'll talk a little bit more with the Cape Cod Healthcare people. Joe is, of course, General Manager of the HYCC. I'm Sarah Colvin, and now I'm here with Connie Patton of Cape Cod Healthcare, and you are with the Blood Center at Cape Cod Healthcare, correct?
Yes.
So, Connie, tell me a little bit about the Blood Center.
What we're really trying to do is gain knowledge for people that we do have a blood center at the hospital. All the blood that's donated at the hospital stays in the hospital between Falmouth and Cape Cod, and I think it's a really important message to get out there.
Absolutely, and of course, I know that the Blood Center serves the population of Cape Cod. How important is it to have it filled, and how much comes right now from local blood?
30%.
Which is a pretty low number right now.
Yes, it is. So we still have to get blood from the American Red Cross and Rhode Island Blood Center. So we would really like to increase donations. Only 5% of the population actually gives blood that is eligible.
And it's really easy to do. I've done it myself. You just, as Joe was telling us a few minutes ago, you kind of sit back, relax, don't look at the needle, and you get a cookie afterwards.
That's right, cookie and juice, and you have to answer a questionnaire, have what we call like a little mini physical. We do your blood pressure, your temperature, pulse, check your hemoglobin, make sure you have enough that you can donate safely, and then the actual collection is probably between 5 to 8 minutes, so it's not that bad. We try to keep your mind off of it, and you get cookies and juice.
Exactly. Now tell me a little bit about the vehicle that's parked outside. That is relatively new to Cape Cod Healthcare, correct?
It is. It's actually was the V&A van. We had it I guess they called it rewrapped for the donor center, the blood center, and we're just trying to get the message out again. It's right now going to be used to transport all of the things you see here between the different drives, and what we're hoping is to get a large vehicle that we can actually collect blood in.
And that'll be really exciting. I know, thinking a little bit about that, there may be organizations that want to host a blood drive, but perhaps they don't have the space here, like the Shepley Room provides, where you need to have the cots set up and you need to have your partitions set up and tables and things like this. So I understand the idea behind the bigger vehicle would have something mobile that you could go and park in a parking lot, and people would be able to climb on board and just donate right there.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of different places in the Cape that have expressed interest to have a blood drive, but like you said, they don't have the facilities. So this would be something where we could pull up, open the doors, and be ready for business.
Absolutely. And about how many of these type of drives do you do per year? Are there a large number? Are you trying to increase that number?
We are. We probably do about 2 to 3 per week. Most weeks is 2, so we'd love to, increase that number and just collect more.
Exactly. And how are you working to encourage more people to donate blood?
Get the message out. I think that's important. We were at the opening for the Stoneman Center in Sandwich and the Barnstable Viva Palooza by Emerald Physicians this weekend, and so many people came up to us and didn't know we were here, didn't know that Cape Cod Hospital has their own donor center.
So get the word out. Well, Connie, I thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck in collecting as much blood as you can here on the Cape.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm Sarah Colvin. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.